Rival Signing Day show continues. I'm Adam Gorney. This is John Garcia Jr. We're talking Pac-12 for the last time. It is over. It's been a great run, but it's over. And Oregon clearly had the best class in that conference this signing period. Just completely dominated portal and their recruiting class. Let's talk portal guys first. They got their quarterback of next year, Dylan Gabriel, their quarterback of the future, Dante Moore. And they got a lot of wide receivers to throw the ball to.
Yeah, including Evan Stewart, who might have been, 1, 2, or 3 among available wideouts. So you understand, again, that culture and perception of Oregon is not going to change anytime soon, despite some pretty key departures there for Dan Lanning. And I think Dan Lanning's staying. The whole Alabama buzz was pretty tangible, and he nipped it in the bud pretty quickly. I thought that was huge for not only the class, but certainly the portal class, because we see so much movement in this day and age. But again, typical Oregon, right? From the portal ranks, a lot of interest early, closing the deal early, and getting Dante Moore as your number 2 guy. I mean, let's not undersell this. I mean, this is arguably the number 1 quarterback from last year's cycle, got some experience, and then realized, hey, I need to take a step back here. So now he'll learn from Dylan Gabriel, and I think he'll be, good to go for 25.
That wide receiver room was respectable, but now is great. Getting Gatlin Bear away from Michigan was huge. Flipping Jeremiah McClellan from Ohio State was absolutely huge.
Underrated.
Yeah, both considered in the 5-star discussion. Neither made it, but that's not a knock on them.
No, this is a historic wide receiver group. We couldn't put, 10 5-star receivers out there. We talked about it, but we couldn't do it at the end of the day. But yeah, Bear, big, physical, extremely fast. And then McClellan kind of a counter to that. Deebo Samuel type of get him the football, let him go to work with the ball in his hands. Again, what you would expect from Oregon pass catchers.
We don't talk about Stanford probably enough. They've struggled in recent years. Troy Taylor's trying to turn it around. They did great at defensive end. They got your guy, Dylan Stevenson from Florida and many other spots. Just talk about them and that turnaround of what they can do there.
Yeah, you got to go national when you're Stanford, and I thought that they started a little bit slow, which is understandable based on what we saw on the field, but really attacked the whole country, late in the cycle, and put together a really big class, over 24 prospects, and like you said, including some key Floridians, Dylan Stevenson. We love the tight end, Benjamin Blackburn. Cole Tab, the running back, kind of a sneaky panhandle area guy, a ton of production. So that's what Stanford has to do. Go out and evaluate and get their guys and lock them in, because obviously, that degree, matters a lot more than some of these other places. So hammering that home is really key, and we saw that throughout the cycle.
It's interesting how Deion Sanders is handling this class at Colorado. It looks like another heavy portal group. Now, I don't know if this continues that way, but only 8 signees. One was 5-star Jordan Seaton, which was absolutely huge and probably an immediate starter on an offensive line that needs a ton of help. But that is the fewest in Power 5 by far, the only one that's not double digits.
Yeah, this is, again, he's doing his own thing. We saw it last cycle and wondered, is this sustainable, or is this even going to be the plan in 2024? Yes, it was the plan, and he's executing that quite well. But look, when you do go into the high school ranks, go get some impact players. And Jordan Seaton, no matter where he went, was going to be a guy who we could envision as a freshman starter at right tackle, or maybe left tackle at the Power 4 level now, but certainly at Colorado. That's need area 1. Bodies in the trenches, particularly on offense for Shedeur Sanders. And obviously Jordan Seaton had a lot of fanfare, a little bit of drama mixed in, but sticking with Colorado was a really big deal there.
I wish we could keep talking Pac-12 football. It's not to be, and that is it. Stay here at Rivals all day for signing day coverage, but we are now done with the Pac-12.
RIP.